pregnancy test wasn't my daughter's, it was my wife's. And I knew it couldn't be mine. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up to where this all started, or where I thought everything was just fine. It's a Tuesday afternoon in May, and I'm standing on the practice field at Maplewood High School with a whistle around my neck and 85 teenage boys watching me. The whistle is this beat-up Fox 40, red plastic faded to almost orange from 18 years of Michigan sun. When I blow it, the sound cuts through everything. 115 decibels. Loud enough that 85 voices stop mid-sentence and every head turns toward me. I blow it now. Sharp. Clean. Bring it in! They jog over, some faster than others, the freshmen always eager, the seniors cocky until I remind them who's in charge. Derek Kozlowski gets there first. He's my starting linebacker junior year, and the kid is everything you want in a player. Coachable, tough, respectful. He's breathing hard from the drill, helmet in his hands, and when he looks at me, there's this light in his eyes, like he actually wants to hear what I have to say. I tap my championship ring against the clipboard. It's a habit when I'm thinking. This gold ring with a blue stone, 2018 state championship. The ring makes this distinctive sound against the aluminum. Ting, ting, ting. The guys know that sound means coach is about to say something important. Listen up, I say. My voice is coach loud but not yelling. Controlled, authoritative. We've been working on defensive formations for 40 minutes. You know what I haven't seen enough of? I haven't seen enough character. A few of them groan. They know what's coming. I've said this before, 1,000 times before. Character, I continue, is what you do when nobody's watching. It's the extra rep you do when your teammates are goofing off. It's helping the freshman who doesn't know the play. It's showing up early, staying late, doing the right thing even when it costs you. I pause. Let it sink in. That's what separates good players from champions. And gentlemen, we're building champions here. Derek nods. He gets it. A lot of them do. Now run it again. And this time, show me what you're made of. I blow the whistle again, and they scatter. Derek leads the defensive line back into position, and I watch him go. This good kid with a good work ethic, and I think, not for the first time, that his dad must be doing something right. Brett Kozlowski, parent volunteer extraordinaire. Always here, always helping with equipment, always asking what else he can do for the team. I look over at the bleachers where the parent volunteers sit. Brett's up there, arranging water bottles. He waves at me. I wave back. I had no idea. Practice ends at 6. The sun is starting to drop, casting long shadows across the turf. The boys head to the locker room, and I grab my clipboard, dented aluminum with grass stains on the back, plays diagrammed in permanent marker and dry erase layered on top of each other. This clipboard goes everywhere with me. It's like an extension of my right hand. Brett jogs down from the bleachers. Great practice, Coach T, he says. He's got this easy smile, always ready to help. Need anything before I head out? We're good, Brett. Thanks for being here. Wouldn't miss it. Derek loves playing for you, you know? Says you're the best coach he's ever had. Derek's a good kid. You're raising him right. Brett smiles wider. Trying my best. He heads to his truck, and I watch him go. That's what good parenting looks like, I think. Present, involved, supportive. I had no idea. That night at dinner, my daughter Lily is buzzing with excitement. She's 18, just finished her freshman year at University of Michigan on a full-ride softball scholarship, and she's home for the summer. She's got her laptop open at the kitchen table. We have this rule about no screens during meals, but this is different. This is important. Okay, Dad, I need your honest opinion, she says. Her graduation speech draft is printed out in front of her, 3 pages typed, covered in red pen edits. There's a coffee ring on the bottom corner because Lily always studies with coffee and always spills a little. Hit me, I say. She clears her throat and reads, "The man who taught me character. My father, Thomas Dalton, has been coaching high school football for 18 years. In that time, he's taught over 1,000 boys how to be men. But more importantly, he taught me, his daughter, what integrity looks like." My wife Jen is at the stove making spaghetti. She glances over her shoulder and smiles. "That's beautiful, honey," Lily continues. "Dad always says, character is what you do when nobody's watching. And I've watched him live that every single day. Early mornings, late nights, showing up for his players even when it wasn't convenient. Showing up for our family even when he was exhausted. She pauses, looks at me. Is that too much? Too cheesy? No, I say. My voice sounds rough. That's perfect. And I mean it. I look at Lily and I feel this overwhelming sense of pride. This is my daughter, this brilliant, accomplished, kind young woman. And she's giving her valedictorian speech about me, about integrity. Jen brings the spaghetti to the table. She's wearing this silver cross necklace I gave her on our wedding day, 23 years ago. It's got an inscription on the back, Truth and Love, TD 2002. She touches it sometimes when she's thinking, and she's touching it now. 3 weeks until graduation, Jen says. Can you believe it? Our baby girl, valedictorian. I can believe it, I say. She gets it from her mother. Jen laughs. Flattery will get you everywhere, coach. We eat dinner. We talk about Lily's summer plans. She's going to help coach a youth softball camp, work part-time at the community center, maybe take a road trip with friends before fall semester starts. Normal family stuff. Good stuff. On the wall behind Jen, I can see our family photos. There's one from last year's state championship, the whole team. 85 players arranged in rows, coaches on the sides, and parent volunteers in the back. Brett is there, third from the left, smiling. Part of the family. I had no idea. After dinner, I go up to my office, a small room off the master bedroom that I've turned into my coaching headquarters. There are playbooks stacked on the desk, film equipment in the corner, and that framed team photo from last season hanging on the wall. I sit down and open my laptop to review practice footage. But first, I need to use the bathroom. That's when I see it. The bathroom trash can has one of those step pedals, and I step on it to throw away a tissue. The lid pops open, and there, wrapped loosely in toilet paper, is a pregnancy test. My heart stops. Not a metaphor. I actually feel my heart skip a beat, then slam back into rhythm too hard. A pregnancy test. White plastic stick, about 4 inches long. I can see 2 windows, a control line and a test line, both pink, bright, undeniable pink. My first thought is, Lily. My stomach drops. Lily's pregnant. She's 18, she has a scholarship. She has this whole bright future ahead of her and, wait, Lily's at college. She was only home for 3 days last week. This test is here, in our bathroom, the master bathroom, which means, oh God, it's Jen's. The room tilts. I actually have to put my hand on the counter to steady myself. The pregnancy test is still in the trash, and I'm staring at it like it might change if I look hard enough. Like those 2 pink lines might fade. Like this might be a mistake. But it's not a mistake. The test is clear, positive, pregnant. And here's the thing that makes my blood run cold. I had a vasectomy 3 years ago. I remember the procedure. I remember the doctor saying, "This is permanent, Mr. Dalton. Are you sure?" And Jen and I had talked about it. We were done having kids. Lily was 15. We were happy with our family of 3. I'd said yes 3 years ago. Which means this baby, if Jen is pregnant, can't be mine. I stand there in the bathroom, holding the edge of the counter, and I live through 3 different lives in the span of 10 seconds. Life 1, Lily's pregnant. Her scholarship is gone. Her future is derailed. I'm a terrible father who didn't see the signs. Life 2. Oh, thank God it's not Lily's. She's safe. She's okay. Life 3, it's Jen's, and I had a vasectomy, which means I can't even finish the thought. I don't sleep that night. I lie in bed next to Jen, and she's sleeping peacefully, and I'm staring at the ceiling, trying to make sense of this, trying to find the innocent explanation. Maybe the test is old. Maybe it's from before the vasectomy. No. The test is new. The packaging was in the trash, too. I went back and checked. Purchase date printed right on it last week. Maybe the vasectomy failed. Maybe I'm that 0.01%. No. I had the follow-up. The doctor confirmed it worked. Maybe someone else left it in our bathroom. Who? We don't have house guests. Lily was only home for 3 days and she has her own bathroom downstairs. Maybe there is no maybe. The next morning, I go through the motions. I teach my history classes at school. Between 3rd and 4th period, I duck into my office. The coaching office I share with Marcus Williams, my defensive coordinator. Mac's not here yet. Good. I sit down at my desk and just stare at nothing. On the desk, there's a stack of papers I need to grade. There's my championship ring. which I'd taken off last night and forgotten to put back on this morning. There's the team photo in its frame, and there's my phone. I pick it up. I think about calling Jen, about asking her directly. But what would I even say? I'm saved from having to decide by a knock on my door. Coach, it's Amy Reeves, our team parent coordinator. She's in her mid-40s, organized, the kind of person who color codes everything and remembers everyone's birthday. Do you have a minute? I wanted to show you the game film from last week's away scrimmage. Sure, I say, come in. She's got her laptop and a USB drive, one of those blue plastic ones with the Maplewood Mustangs logo sticker on it. She plugs it into my computer. I was reviewing the footage to make a highlight reel for the end-of-year banquet, Amy says, and I noticed some good defensive plays I thought you'd want to see. The video starts playing. It's from the away scrimmage 2 weeks ago. We'd taken the varsity team to Grand Rapids for a practice game against another school. The footage is from a stationary camera set up on the visitor's side. Here, Amy says, pointing at the screen. Watch Derek on this play. His reaction time is incredible. I watch. Derek reads the offense, adjusts his position, makes the tackle. It's good, really good. Yeah, that's solid, I say. We can use that. Amy fast forwards to another play, and then another. We're focused on the X's and O's, the defensive formations, the coach, Amy says quietly. Look at the background. I look where she's pointing. The camera is aimed at the field, but in the far background, you can see the hotel parking lot. There's a vending machine visible through a glass door, and in the reflection of that glass, my heart stops again. The timestamp on the video says 1:30 a.m., after curfew, after lights out. And in that reflection, you can see two people, a man and a woman, standing close, too close. The man has his hand on the woman's arm. The woman is leaning into him. I can't see their faces clearly, but I recognize the jacket. It's Jen's. That navy blue windbreaker with the white stripes she always wears to away games because the hotels are always too cold. And the man, Amy, I say. My voice sounds distant. Can you zoom in on that? She does. The image is grainy but clearer. The man is Brett Kozlowski. The woman is my wife. And they're not just standing close. His hand is on her face. She's touching his chest. Amy is very quiet. Coach, I wasn't sure if I should show you this. When was this taken? I already know, but I need to hear it. 2 weeks ago, the Grand Rapids scrimmage. We stayed at the Holiday Inn Express off I-96. I remember that trip. I'd been in a different hotel room with Mac, going over plays until midnight. Jen had told me she was tired, going to bed early. Brett had been there as a volunteer driver. He'd driven some of the parents who wanted to watch the game. Do you need me to... Amy starts. I need you to send me that file, I say. My voice is steady, controlled, coach voice. And Amy, thank you for showing me. I know that wasn't easy. She nods. I'm sorry, coach. After she leaves, I sit there and watch the footage again and again. The timestamp, the reflection, the body language that says this isn't the first time, that says this is comfortable, familiar. I open my desk drawer looking for, I don't know what, something. And that's when I see the envelope. Just a regular business envelope, but it's addressed to Jen. From Holiday Inn Express, I open it. It's a receipt. Itemized, room 284. 1 night, 2 dinners from room service, a bottle of wine, the date, 2 weeks ago, the Grand Rapids trip. I look at the team photo on my wall. Brett is smiling. Third from the left in the back row. Part of the team family, my volunteer, my wife. I had no idea. That evening, I wait until Lily goes out with friends. Then I ask Jen to sit down in the living room. She knows something is wrong. I can see it in her face. Tom, what's going on? I'm holding the hotel receipt in one hand, the USB drive in the other. I set them both on the coffee table between us. I need you to be honest with me, I say. Right now, complete honesty. Jen looks at the receipt. Her face goes pale. Tom, are you pregnant? She closes her eyes, nods. Is it mine? She shakes her head. Is it Brett's? She nods again. And then she starts crying. I'm not yelling. I'm not throwing things. I'm just sitting here, staring at this woman I've been married to for 23 years. This woman who is wearing my necklace. This woman who is pregnant with another man's baby. How long? I ask. 14 months, she whispers. 14 months, over a year. Not a mistake, not a moment of weakness, a relationship. Why? Tom, you're never here. You're always at practice, always with your players, always. Don't. My voice is quiet but sharp. Don't make this about me being a bad husband. If you were unhappy, you talk to me. You go to counseling. You don't. I can't even finish the sentence. I'm sorry, she sobs. Tom, I'm so sorry. It happened, and then it kept happening, and I didn't know how to stop. And does Brett know about the baby? Yes. And Derek? No. God, no. Derek doesn't know anything. Derek. The kid I coach every day. The kid who looks up to me. The kid whose father has been sleeping with my wife for over a year. I take off my championship ring, set it on the table next to the receipt. The ring that says character first on the inside. Tom, please, we can work this out. We can go to counseling. I'll end it with Brett. We can think of Lily, think of graduation. It's in 3 weeks. All those people, that speech she's writing about you, about integrity. We can't. Stop, I say. Just stop. She's crying harder now. Think of Derek. If this gets out, you'll destroy that boy. He worships you, and he didn't do anything wrong. Please, Tom, for Derek's sake. And there it is. My integrity test has a 16-year-old face. I look at Jen, and I realize I don't know this person. Maybe I never did. The woman I married wouldn't do this, wouldn't betray me like this, wouldn't weaponize a kid's pain to manipulate me into silence. But here we are. Get out, I say quietly. Tom, get out of this house tonight. Go stay with your sister. Go stay with Brett. I don't care, but you don't sleep under this roof tonight. She stands up, shaking. What about Lily? What are we going to tell her? We aren't telling her anything yet. You're going to tell her you're staying with your sister for a few days because we need space. That's it. And Jen? I look her in the eye. If you contact Brett, if you try to coordinate stories, if you do anything except give me time to think, I will tell Derek myself. Tonight. Do you understand? She nods, grabs her purse, walks to the door. She's still crying. At the door, she turns back. I do love you, Tom. I know you don't believe me, but I do. I don't answer. I just sit there on the couch, staring at the hotel receipt and my championship ring and the space where my wife used to be. The pregnancy test wasn't my daughter's. It was my wife's, and I knew it couldn't be mine. The whole world I'd spent 18 years building, character, integrity, showing up, doing the right thing, was built on a cracked foundation. And I had no idea. The next day I don't go to school. I call in sick, first time in 18 years. Principal Sandra Morrison sounds concerned on the phone, but I tell her it's just a stomach bug. I'll be back tomorrow. I need 1 day to figure out what the hell I'm going to do. But by evening I can't stay away. We have practice at 4. The boys are counting on me. Derek is counting on me. And I made a promise 18 years ago when I took this job. I show up, no matter what. So I show up. But first, I have something to do. I find Brett in the school parking lot at 6:30 p.m. Practice is over. Most of the parents have picked up their kids. The lot is nearly empty, just his truck and my car, and the orange glow of the parking lot lights starting to flicker on in the dusk. He sees me walking toward him, and he freezes. His hand is on his truck door. For a second, I think he might get in and drive away. But he doesn't. He stands there, waiting. Tom, he says, his voice is shaky. Listen, how long have you known? I ask. My voice is quiet, deadly quiet. About the baby. She told me last week. And what did you say? He looks at the ground. I told her we'd figure it out. We? I take a step closer. You and my wife, we. Tom, I know you're angry. Angry? I laugh. It's not a happy sound. Brett, I'm not angry. I'm standing here looking at a man I trusted, a man I mentored, a man whose son I coach every single day, and I'm trying to understand how you look at me across a practice field and smile and wave like everything is fine. I never meant for this to happen. But it did happen. For 14 months. That's over a year, Brett. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. Over and over and over. His hands are shaking. He pulls out his phone. I don't know why. Maybe to check the time. Maybe to have something to hold on to. but I see his thumbs moving across the screen, fast, deliberate. "Are you deleting something?" I ask. "No, I grab the phone from his hand. He doesn't resist. On the screen I can see a text thread, messages between him and Jen, and he's deleting them, one by one, even now, even standing here in front of me. "You're deleting evidence," I say, "right now, in front of me." "Tom, please, You just what? You just want to make sure there's no proof. You just want to protect yourself. I want to protect Derek." His voice cracks. "If this gets out, it will destroy him. He's 16 years old. He didn't ask for this. And you're his coach. You're his hero. If you tell him what I did, what you did," I repeat. "Not what happened to you, what you chose to do. You weren't there for her." Brett's crying now, actual tears streaming down his face. "You were always at practice, always with your players, always." Jen felt invisible. "She needed someone, and I was there." I stare at him, this man, this coward, standing here with tears on his face, deleting text messages, blaming me for his choices. "You're right," I say quietly. "I wasn't perfect. I worked too much. I probably took Jen for granted sometimes. You know what I should have done? I should have noticed. I should have asked her what she needed. I should have been better." I pause. "You know what I didn't do? I didn't sleep with her husband's volunteer. I didn't get her pregnant. And I'm not standing here trying to delete the evidence while crying about how hard this is for me." He looks at me, really looks at me, and I see it in his eyes. He knows. He knows he's not the victim here. He's the villain, and he can't stand it. "What are you going to do?" he whispers. "I don't know yet," I say. "But Brett, stay away from my team. Stay away from practice. Stay away from the games. If I see you anywhere near my players, I will tell Derek everything, right there, in front of everyone. Do you understand?" He nods. I turn to walk away, and then I realize I'm still holding my clipboard. I've been clutching it this whole time. This beat-up aluminum clipboard that goes everywhere with me. And suddenly, it feels too heavy. I drop it. It hits the asphalt with a hollow metallic clang. The sound echoes across the empty parking lot. I don't pick it up. I just walk away. Behind me, I hear Brett say, "Tom, I'm sorry." I don't turn around. He looked at me with tears streaming and said, "You made me feel invisible." The man who destroyed my marriage blamed me for it. The next day I'm back at practice. I have to be. The boys need me. Derek needs me. But something is wrong. I can feel it, and apparently, the players can feel it too. I'm standing on the sideline with the whistle around my neck, that Red Fox 40 that I've blown 1,000 times, 10,000 times. It's part of me, an extension of my voice. But today, I can't make myself blow it. The team is running drills. They're sloppy, off-tempo. Normally, I'd blow the whistle and make them run it again. But every time I bring the whistle to my lips, my hand shakes. Because if I blow this whistle, I have to be Coach T. I have to be the man who teaches character and integrity and doing the right thing. And right now, I don't feel like that man. I feel like a fool, a joke. The guy whose wife cheated on him for over a year while he was too busy teaching other people's kids about values. The whistle hangs heavy around my neck. Derek runs a play. It's good, really good. Perfect form, perfect timing. I should praise him. That's what I do. That's what coaches do. But I can't look at him. Because every time I look at Derek, I see Brett. I see the man who betrayed me. And I know that's not fair. Derek didn't do anything wrong. Derek is a good kid, a great kid. But I can't look at him. I see Derek glance at me, waiting for feedback, waiting for the nod of approval, the good job, son, that I give after every successful play. I look away, and I see his shoulders drop. Marcus Williams, my defensive coordinator, comes over. He's been coaching with me for 15 years. We've won 3 state championships together. He knows me better than almost anyone. "Tom," he says quietly, "you good?" "Yeah," I lie. "I'm fine." "You dropped your clipboard yesterday. I found it in the parking lot this morning." "Oh, thanks." "Tom," his voice is serious now. "Talk to me." "Not here," I say. After practice, the boys head to the locker room. Derek lingers. I can see him out of the corner of my eye, like he wants to ask me something, but I pretend not to notice. I turn away. Start gathering equipment. Derek leaves. If you've ever had a coach, a teacher, a mentor who saw you, really saw you, when your own parents didn't, just type coach in the comments. Sometimes the people who aren't blood are the ones who save us. The next morning, I get called to the principal's office. Principal Sandra Morrison is 58, been at Maplewood for 20 years. She's fair, pragmatic, usually on the teacher's side. But when I walk into her office, I can tell this conversation is going to be different. "Tom," she says, "sit down." I sit. "I heard about you and Jen." She says it gently, like she's trying to soften the blow. "I'm very sorry." "Thank you." "I also heard about Brett Kozlowski's involvement." "Who told you?" "Amy Reeves came to me yesterday. She was worried. She said you confronted Brett in the parking lot." "Of course," Amy told her. "Amy is responsible. Amy follows protocol." I don't blame her. "I needed to talk to him," I say. "I understand. Tom, I want you to know, the school supports you. You're an incredible coach, an incredible teacher. This is a personal matter, and it doesn't affect your job. But," she pauses, "we need to be careful about how this is handled." "Careful how?" "Brett's son is on your team. Derek, I know. Derek is 16 years old. He doesn't know about his father's affair. And Tom, I know this is hard, but we need to think about that boy's well-being. If this becomes public, if it turns into a scandal, Derek will be collateral damage." I stare at her. "So, what are you saying?" "I'm saying, maybe you and Jen can work through this quietly, private counseling, take some time apart, whatever you need to do, but for Derek's sake, and for the sake of the team, maybe we don't make this a public thing." "Sandra," I say slowly, "the boy didn't do anything wrong." "Exactly. Neither did I. So why am I the one who has to hide? Why am I the one who has to pretend everything is fine?" "I'm not saying that." "That's exactly what you're saying." She leans forward. "Tom, I'm trying to help you. If this gets out, if parents start gossiping, if the school board gets involved, it will become a mess, a PR nightmare, and you'll be at the center of it. Is that what you want?" "What I want," I say quietly, "is for someone to care about the truth. I do care about the truth, but I also care about an innocent 16-year-old who is going to be humiliated through no fault of his own." She's right. I know she's right. Derek is innocent, and if this becomes public, he'll suffer. But I'm innocent too, and I'm already suffering. "I need to think," I say. "Take your time. But Tom, just be careful, for everyone's sake." I leave her office, walk back to my coaching office. On the wall, there's the team photo. Brett is visible in the back row, smiling, part of the family. I take the photo down, turn it face down on my desk. I can't look at it anymore. 2 days later, the paternity test results arrive. I had ordered the test through my attorney, quiet, discreet. Nobody knows except me and Jen and the lab. The envelope is thick, official. It has that clinical smell, like a hospital, like antiseptic. I sit in my car in the school parking lot and open it. The language is technical, medical, but the conclusion is clear. Probability of paternity, 99.997%. 99.997%. That's 0.003% chance this baby could be anyone else's. That's not hope. That's math, mocking me. I sit there in the car, holding this piece of paper, and I realize this is it. This is the moment where my last shred of denial dies. Part of me had been holding on to this tiny hope that maybe the vasectomy failed. Maybe it's medically impossible, but somehow happened anyway. But no, the baby is Brett's, definitively, scientifically, undeniably Brett's. I look at the dashboard clock, 2:47 p.m. In 13 minutes, I need to be on the practice field. In 13 minutes, I need to blow my whistle and be Coach T and teach 85 boys about character and integrity. And I don't know if I can do it. That evening, Mac corners me after practice. "We need to talk," he says, "now." We go to the coaching office. He closes the door, sits down across from me. "What's going on with you?" he asks. I almost lie, almost say I'm fine. But I can't, not to Mac. So I tell him everything, the pregnancy test, the affair, Brett, the paternity test, Derek, all of it. When I finish, Mac is quiet for a long time. Then he picks up my whistle from the desk. I'd left it there after practice, and holds it. "How long have we been coaching together?" he asks. 15 years. In 15 years, how many times have you compromised your values? Mac, answer the question. Never. Never, he repeats. You remember 5 years ago? We had that star running back, Tyler Henderson, full ride scholarship to Michigan State on the line. And 2 weeks before signing day, you found out he'd been cheating on tests. I remember. Tyler had gotten a teacher to change his grades in exchange for tickets to games. You benched him, Mac continues. Cost him the scholarship. Everyone said you were too harsh, that it was just a kid making a mistake. But I said consequences matter. I said I couldn't teach the other boys about integrity if I let one player get away with cheating just because he was talented. Exactly. Mac leans forward. Tom, every kid you ever coached is watching. Maybe not literally, but they're out there. They remember what you taught them. And if you sign that birth certificate, if you pretend the baby is yours to protect people from the consequences of their choices, what are you teaching them? I'm not signing the birth certificate. Good. But are you going to tell the truth, or are you going to hide it? Because hiding it is the same as lying. If I tell the truth, Derek gets hurt. Derek is already hurt. His father is a cheater and a coward. That's not your fault. And pretending otherwise doesn't protect Derek. It just teaches him that lies are acceptable when they're convenient. Mac grabs my shoulders. His voice cracks. Tom, every kid you ever coached is watching. Show them integrity isn't just speeches. Show them it's real, even when it destroys you. Then he picks up the whistle and puts it in my hand. The red plastic is warm from his palm. You still need to blow this, brother. His voice breaks on that last word. Brother. And something in me shifts. Not healed, not fixed, but clearer. Here's the question. Mac made me face. If you were me, if protecting an innocent kid meant signing your name to a lie, would you sign? Type sign if you'd protect Derek from the fallout. Type refuse if you'd tell the truth no matter what. There's no right answer, except the one you can live with. The next day at practice, Derek approaches me. It's late, after practice. The sun is setting, casting long shadows across the field. Most of the team has gone home, but Derek is still here, helmet in his hands, standing about 10 feet away. Coach? His voice is small, uncertain. I force myself to look at him, really look at him. He's 16, tall for his age, built like a linebacker. But right now, he looks like a kid, a scared kid. Yeah, Derek. Can I talk to you? Of course. He walks closer, sets his helmet down, fidgets with the chin strap. He won't look at me. Coach, did I do something wrong? The question hits me like a punch to the gut. What? No, Derek, no. It's just, you haven't looked at me all week. You haven't given me feedback. You won't talk to me, and I don't know what I did, but whatever it is, I'm sorry. This kid, this good kid, standing here thinking he's the problem. Derek! My voice is rough. Sit down. We sit on the bench. The metal is cold. The field lights are starting to flicker on, even though it's not quite dark yet. You didn't do anything wrong, I say. Then why won't you look at me? I close my eyes. Take a breath. This is the conversation I've been dreading, but Mac is right. Hiding from it doesn't protect Derek. It just teaches him that lies are acceptable. Derek, I need to tell you something, and it's going to be hard to hear. He looks at me, scared now. Your dad and my wife, I have to force the words out. They've been having an affair for over a year, and my wife is pregnant with your dad's baby. Derek's face goes white. What? I'm sorry, son. I know this isn't... No. He stands up. No, that's not... My dad wouldn't do that. He's a good dad. He shows up. He's always here. He wouldn't... Derek, you're lying. His voice is rising. You're lying because you're mad at him for something, and you're taking it out on me. I wish I was lying. Prove it. You can't just say something like that without proof. I pull out my phone, show him the game film, the time stamp, the reflection in the vending machine glass, his father and my wife, touching. Derek stares at the screen. His hands are shaking, and then he sits back down, hard, like his legs just gave out. Oh my God, he whispers. Oh my God. We sit there in silence. The field lights buzz. Somewhere in the distance, a car alarm goes off. Does my mom know? Derek asks finally. I don't know. Does the team know? No, just you, and the adults who need to know. Derek puts his head in his hands. His shoulders are shaking. He's crying. And I do something I've never done with a player before. I put my arm around him, pull him close, let him cry on my shoulder. I'm sorry, I say. Derek, I'm so sorry. I feel like... His voice is muffled against my jacket. I feel like I can't even look at him, my own dad. How do I go home? One step at a time. But Derek, listen to me. I pull back so I can look at him. This is not your fault. None of this is your fault. And you are not your father. Do you understand? You are not responsible for his choices. But everyone's going to think. I don't care what everyone thinks. I know you. I've coached you for 3 years. You're a good kid. A great kid, and nothing your father did changes that. Derek's still crying, but he nods. Coach, I found your whistle. Yesterday after practice. You dropped it in the parking lot. I was going to give it back to you, but you were already gone, so He reaches into his bag and pulls out the whistle. The Red Fox 40. My whistle. He hands it to me. We still need you, Coach. I take the whistle. The plastic is warm. The lanyard is frayed. It smells like grass and sweat and 18 years of showing up. I'm not going anywhere, I say. This kid, who I coached since he was 8, stood there with tears in his eyes. And I had to tell him, no, son, you did everything right. Your father didn't. But here's what I didn't expect. Derek's pain didn't break me. It clarified everything. I couldn't protect Derek from the truth, but I could show him that truth, even painful truth, is survivable. That integrity matters more than comfort, that he's not defined by his father's choices. That's what I teach, and now I have to prove it. 3 weeks pass. Lily comes home from Michigan for graduation. She knows something is wrong, I can see it in her eyes, but I haven't told her yet. Neither has Jen. Jen is staying with her sister. We've spoken twice, both times through attorneys. She wants me to reconsider. To think about what this will do to Lily's graduation, to think about Derek, to think about the baby. I am thinking about all of those things. That's exactly why I can't do what she wants. But first, there's something else I have to deal with. The hospital calls on a Wednesday morning, a social worker, professional, polite. Mr. Dalton, this is Karen Mills from Maplewood General. Your wife gave us your name as the father on her intake paperwork. The baby is due in December, but we like to get birth certificate information ahead of time. Can we schedule a time for you to come in and pre-sign the certificate of live birth? No, I say. Oh, well, we can do it after the birth if you prefer, but I won't be signing it at all. There's a pause. I'm sorry, I don't understand. I'm not the father. I won't be signing the birth certificate. Another pause, longer this time. Mr. Dalton, are you saying you're contesting paternity? I'm saying I'm not the biological father. I have DNA evidence, and I won't sign a legal document that says otherwise. I see. Well, that's certainly your right. Does the biological father know? Yes. And will he be signing? You'll have to ask him. His name is Brett Kozlowski. After I hang up, I sit in my office and stare at the wall where the team photo used to be. The space is empty now, just a rectangle of paint slightly darker than the rest of the wall. My championship ring is back on my finger. Mac convinced me to put it back on. You earned that, he'd said. Don't let their choices take away what you built. But I still don't feel like I deserve it. Not yet. The next day I call a team meeting. All 85 players, coaches, nobody else. We gather in the gymnasium after school. The boys file in, confused. We don't usually have full team meetings in May. The season is over. We're in the off-season training phase. Derek sits in the front row. He knows what this is about. We talked about it yesterday. I asked him if he wanted to be here or if he wanted to skip this. He said, I need to be here, coach. Whatever you're going to tell them, I need to hear it with everyone else. I stand at the front of the gym. The whistle is around my neck. I blow it once. Sharp. Clean. The murmuring stops. 85 faces looking at me. Gentlemen, I say. My voice echoes in the empty gym. I need to tell you something. And it's going to be uncomfortable. But I'm telling you because you deserve the truth. And because I've spent 18 years teaching you that character matters, that integrity matters. And I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't live that myself. I can feel them getting tense, curious, worried. My wife and I are getting divorced. She had an affair with one of our parent volunteers. She's pregnant with his child, and I've refused to sign the birth certificate because I won't put my name on a lie. The silence is deafening. You could hear a pin drop. The volunteer's name is Brett Kozlowski. He's banned from all team activities from this point forward. He will not be at practices. He will not be at games. He will not be anywhere near this program. I look at Derek. His face is pale but steady. Derek Kozlowski is still part of this team. He is still my starting linebacker. He is still one of the best players we have. And what his father did is not his fault, not his responsibility, not his shame. Do you understand me? A few heads nod, but most of them are still processing. I tell you this because rumors are going to spread. People are going to talk, and I want you to hear it from me first. The truth, not the gossip version, not the watered-down version. I pause. I also tell you this because I want you to see what integrity looks like when it's hard, when it costs you everything, when the easy choice is to lie and the right choice is to tell the truth and lose everything anyway. I blow the whistle again. Now get out of here. Practice tomorrow at 4. We have a championship to defend next season. They file out slowly, quiet, processing. Derek is the last one to leave, but before he goes, he stops, turns around, and in front of everyone still in the gym, the coaches, the stragglers, he says, "Coach taught me something a long time ago. He said, you're not defined by what happens to you. You're defined by what you do next." He looks at me. "Thank you for showing us what that looks like, Coach." Then he walks out, and I realize I'm wearing my ring again. The whistle is around my neck, and I blew it strong. Authority restored, not through silence, through truth. That night, I have to tell Lily. She's home for the week before graduation. She's been asking questions. Why is Mom staying with Aunt Rachel? Why do you look so tired? Why is everyone being weird? I can't keep lying to her. She deserves the truth, especially before she gives a speech about my integrity in front of 5,000 people. We sit in the living room, the same place where Jen confessed 3 weeks ago. "Dad, you're scaring me," Lily says. "I need to tell you something about Mom and me." And I tell her everything, the affair, the pregnancy, the paternity test, the birth certificate, Derek. Lily's face goes through about 17 emotions in 30 seconds. Shock, disbelief, hurt, anger, confusion. "Mom cheated on you?" she finally says. "Yes." "For over a year?" "Yes." "And she's pregnant with his baby?" "Yes." Lily stands up, paces, sits back down. I don't understand. Why? How could she? She starts crying. "Dad, I wrote that whole speech about you, about integrity, about how you taught me what character looks like. And now?" "Lily." I move to sit next to her. "Everything you wrote about me, it's still true. But Mom made her choices. I made mine. You don't control what other people do. You only control how you respond." She's quiet for a long time. Then she says, "I can't give that speech. Not now. Not with everyone knowing about. You can give whatever speech you want, or no speech at all. That's your choice. What would you do?" "I'd tell the truth, but that's me. You have to decide what's right for you." Lily wipes her eyes. "Can I see something?" She goes upstairs, comes back down with her speech draft, the original one. "The man who taught me character." She hands it to me. "I can't give this version," she says. It's not real. It's the version I wrote when I thought our family was perfect, when I thought integrity was easy. Integrity is never easy. I know that now." She takes the speech back. "I need to rewrite this." "Lily?" "No, Dad, I need to. Because you did teach me about character. You taught me the real version, not the Instagram version, not the version where everything works out perfectly, the version where you lose everything and you still do the right thing." She looks at me. "I'm going to tell the truth about what you did, about refusing to sign the birth certificate, about choosing integrity over comfort. Is that okay?" "That's more than okay." She goes upstairs to write, and I sit there on the couch, holding the original speech with the coffee stain on the corner, and for the first time in 3 weeks, I feel something other than pain. I feel pride. 2 days later, Lily shows me the revised speech. The title is different now. The man who showed me integrity is real. It's shorter, she says, more honest, less fluffy. Can I read it? She hands it to me. New pages, still coffee-stained because Lily is Lily, but different. I read, "My father taught me that character is what you do when nobody's watching. This year, he showed me. Sometimes everybody's watching, and you do it anyway. 3 weeks ago, my dad's life fell apart. I won't go into details, that's his story to tell. But what I will tell you is this, he had a choice. He could lie to protect himself. He could take the easy road to keep things comfortable, or he could tell the truth, even though it would cost him everything. He told the truth, and in doing so, he taught me something deeper than any classroom lesson. Integrity isn't just a word you put on a motivational poster. It's the choice you make when the truth is harder than the lie, when doing the right thing destroys the life you built, when character costs you everything and you pay the price anyway. Dad, you always told me, character first. This year, you showed me what that really means. Thank you. I have to put the paper down because I can't see it anymore through the tears. It's perfect, I say. My voice is rough. Lily sits next to me, picks up my hand, the one with the championship ring. You took this off, didn't you? She says. After Mom told you. Yeah. Why? I didn't feel like I deserved it. She slides the ring off my finger, looks at the engraving inside. Character first. Then she slides it back on. You always deserved this ring, Dad. You earned it 18 years ago when you started coaching. You earned it every time you taught those boys about integrity. And you earned it again last week when you refused to sign that paper. You deserve it more now than ever. Her voice cracks. Because now I know integrity is real. It's not just something adults say. It's something you do, even when it destroys you. I pull her into a hug, and we sit there, father and daughter, and we cry together. Graduation day, June 5th, Maplewood High School football field, 5,000 people in the stands, local news cameras, photographers from the Greenwich Gazette. The whole town has turned out. I'm sitting in the audience with Jen's sister. Jen decided not to come. Too painful, she'd said. Fine by me. Derek is here too, sitting with his mother a few rows behind me. His parents are separated now. Brett moved out. Derek stays with his mom. They're working through it. It's messy, it's painful, but it's honest. The ceremony goes through all the usual parts. Principal Morrison gives her speech. The valedictorian, Lily, is introduced. My daughter walks to the podium. She's wearing her blue graduation gown. Her hair is pulled back. She looks so much older than 18. She unfolds her speech, the coffee-stained pages, and she begins, "My father taught me that character is what you do when nobody's watching." Her voice carries across the field, strong, clear. This year, he showed me. Sometimes everybody's watching, and you do it anyway. I can feel people shifting in their seats. They know. Of course they know. Small towns don't keep secrets, Lily continues. She tells them about integrity being real, about choosing truth over comfort, about character costing everything and paying the price anyway. And when she gets to the end, when she looks right at me and says, "Dad, you showed me what character first really means," 5,000 people stand up. Every single person in that stadium. Standing ovation for my daughter, for her courage, for her honesty, and maybe, just a little bit, for me too. The applause goes on for what feels like forever. Lily is crying at the podium, I'm crying in the audience, and I realize the truth didn't destroy me. It saved me. 6 months later. It's a Friday night in November, the first home game of the new season. The stands are packed. 8,000 people here to watch Maplewood football under the lights. I'm on the sideline, whistle around my neck, clipboard in my hand, championship ring on my finger. But something is different this year. Derek Kozlowski is wearing the captain's armband. I announced it at the start of the season. Some people questioned it. Some people said I was being too lenient, that Derek's father was a cheater, and maybe the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I told them, Derek is not his father. Derek has worked harder than anyone on this team. He's earned respect through his actions, not his bloodline. And if I'm going to teach these boys that you're defined by your choices, not your circumstances, then I have to prove it. Derek is captain. The game is intense. We're down by 3 points with 2 minutes left. It's 4th down. We need this stop. I blow the whistle during a timeout. The defense huddles around me. This is it, I say. This is where we find out who we are. Not when it's easy, not when we're ahead. Right here, right now, when it's hard. Derek looks at me. What's the call, coach? Run the defense you practiced. Trust your training, trust each other. I pause. And remember, character is what you do when nobody's watching. Well, 8,000 people are watching right now. Show them who you are. Derek nods. Character first, coach. The defense takes the field. The play happens fast. The quarterback drops back. Derek reads it perfectly. Breaks through the line, makes the tackle, 4th, down, stop. We take over on downs, run out the clock, win the game. The crowd erupts. Derek's teammates mob him, lift him up. And I watch from the sideline, this kid who could have been destroyed by his father's choices. This kid who I almost couldn't look at. This kid who returned my whistle and said, "We still need you, coach." After the game, the team gathers at midfield. They're exhausted, happy, covered in mud and grass stains. Derek stands in the center, holding the game ball. Coach T taught us something, he says to the team. His voice is loud enough for the remaining crowd to hear. He taught us, you're not defined by what happens to you. You're defined by what you do next. He looks at me. This win, this whole season, we dedicate to Coach T for teaching us what integrity looks like when it costs you everything. The team erupts, helmets raised, shouting, celebrating. And I stand there on the sideline with my whistle and my clipboard and my ring. In the stands, I can see Lily. She came home from Michigan for the game. She's wearing her University of Michigan sweatshirt. She's cheering, smiling, my daughter, my captain, my team. I lost a lot this year, my marriage, my trust, my sense of security. But I kept something more important. I kept my word. Derek and I redefined what family means, not who you're born to, who shows up. If you've built your own chosen family, if someone who wasn't blood became your people, tell me about them in the comments. I read every single one. And if this story moved you, if you want more stories about what it costs to keep your word when the world's watching, subscribe. I tell stories about integrity in impossible situations. I'll see you in the next one. The locker room is chaos after the game. Music, laughter, boys being boys. I let them celebrate for a few minutes before I blow the whistle one last time. They quiet down. Gentlemen, I say, that was a hell of a game. You fought hard. You trusted each other. You earned this win. I pause. But more than that, you showed character, not just on the field. All season long, you showed up for each other. You supported Derek when it would have been easier to judge him. You lived the values we talk about. I look around the room. 85 faces, some new freshmen who don't know the full story, some seniors who were there when everything fell apart. Character first isn't just a motto. It's not just words engraved on a ring. It's the choice you make every single day, when it's easy and when it's hard, when people are watching and when they're not. Derek is standing near the back, still in his muddy uniform, still wearing the captain's armband. Derek, I say, get up here. He pushes through the crowd, stands next to me. This young man, I tell the team, has shown more character this season than most people show in a lifetime. He could have quit. He could have transferred schools. He could have let his father's mistakes define him. Instead, he showed up. Every day, early, late. He worked harder than anyone. He earned your respect through his actions. I turn to Derek. You're not your father's mistakes, son. You're your own man, and I'm proud to coach you. Derek's eyes are shining. He nods. Can't speak. The team erupts again, chanting, Derek! 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 And I stand there watching this impossible thing that happened. This kid who almost broke me became the one who helped me heal. This crisis that could have destroyed everything became the moment that proved everything I'd been teaching was true. Later, after the boys have showered and gone home, after the lights on the field have been turned off, I sit alone in my office. On my desk, the clipboard with new plays for next season, the championship ring on my finger, a photo, new one, from this season's team, with Derek front and center wearing the captain's armband. I pull out a piece of paper, start writing. It's something I haven't done in months, not since everything fell apart. But Max suggested I try again. Write it down, he'd said. Process it. Learn from it. So I write, Day 187 since my life fell apart. Day 1 of understanding why it had to. I tell my players, character is what you do when nobody's watching. This year, everybody was watching, and I learned. Integrity isn't about being perfect. It's about being honest. Even when honesty destroys you. I lost my marriage. I lost my trust. I lost my sense of control. But I gained something more valuable. I gained proof. Not just words, but actual proof that the values I teach are real, that they work, that they matter. Derek became captain. Lily revised her speech and told the truth. The team dedicated their win to integrity, not to winning at any cost. And me? I'm still here. Still coaching, still teaching, still showing up. Character. First isn't just a motto anymore. It's a scar, a wound that healed stronger. My father's ring is on my finger. My whistle is around my neck. My clipboard is in my hand. And for the first time in 6 months, I'm not pretending to be Coach T. I am Coach T, the man who taught boys to be men, the man who showed his daughter that integrity is real, the man who proved that truth, even painful truth, is survivable. Everybody was watching, and I did it anyway. I closed the notebook. Look at the photo of Derek, the team. The boys who showed up every day and chose character even when it was hard. Outside, the parking lot is empty. The field is dark. The night is quiet. But inside, in this office, in this moment, I feel something I haven't felt in a long time. Peace, not happiness, not everything is fine, but peace. The peace that comes from knowing you did the right thing, even when it cost you everything. I pick up my clipboard, lock the office, walk to my car. Tomorrow, we'll start preparing for next week's game. Tomorrow, Derek will show up early for extra training. Tomorrow, I'll blow my whistle and teach 85 boys about plays and formations and character. Tomorrow, I'll keep showing up, because that's what I do. And this time, when I show up honest.